Guess what, friends? So many of you have asked. So we are bringing back Rock Your Holiday Promotions Challenge this September.
6,000 product-based business owners signed up in August, planned and prepped their promotions for the holiday season, and loved it.
We had so many of you say that you have never been so prepared in the history of your business for Black Friday and the Cyber 5. It was epic.
Did you know Shopify reported Black Friday level online spending in Q2 of this year? In fact, so many of our students are breaking records selling online. This holiday season may be the best online purchasing season ever for your business.
This means you need to plan and prep for the holiday season now. That's why we're so excited to bring you our totally free 5-day Rock Your Holiday Promotions Challenge.
It's a free 5-day training where we will teach you how to plan and prep for the holiday sales so you are prepared to skyrocket your sales for this holiday season.
If you've already gone through the challenge and you want to join us again, do it. Join the party. We invite you to join us. It starts September 14th. So whether you're new or you've done it before, go to www.rockyourholidaypromotions.com and sign up now for free.
Welcome to the Product Boss Podcast, where we help product-based businesses grow their sales and improve their strategies.
Hey everyone, I want to introduce you to my co-host and biz bestie, Minna Kumlo-Sita, an Amazon guru that has built a multi-six-figure product-based business.
And introducing the other half of the Product Boss, Jacqueline Snyder. She has helped launch and grow over 500 fashion apparel and accessory brands, even one of her own.
And together, we share our inventory of secret weapons that will help you dig deep and do the work it takes.
Are you ready? Let's build together.
Hey everybody, Jacqueline and Minna here, your co-hosts of the Product Boss Podcast. Today, we will be sharing a conversation we had with a fellow female founder. You see, we believe women helping women is what the world needs more of. Introducing our female founder episodes, where we interview fellow female entrepreneurs and highlight their small business.
Our goal is to shine a spotlight on product businesses to encourage our community to support each other, learn from each other, buy from each other, and lift each other up. So let's jump in.
Hey, everybody. So we are super excited to have Sylvia Tam on with us today for our Female Founders episode of Beviva Foods. Hello, Sylvia.
Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Minna. I'm so excited to be here.
We are too.
We're so excited.
Today, we want to talk about how, and this kind of like the title of this is Don't Be Afraid to Change when you discover what your customer really wants. And so I'm really excited to kind of dig into that and sort of the evolution of your business. But first off, could you tell our listeners a little bit about your business, what Beviva Foods is?
Absolutely. So I am actually in the business of healthy snacks, and that's a very wide area. But I've really kind of made it a specific area because of my own story. So about a few years ago, actually not a few years, about 9 years ago, I was diagnosed with an inflammatory bowel disease, which I have, which is called ulcerative colitis. And some of you might be familiar. If you're not, it's basically happens within your colon. And so it's like an autoimmune disease. And there's no cure. And also there's no specific reason to say who has it and who doesn't, which is what really makes it tricky because we don't really know how to manage it. So everyone manages it differently. Some take medication, some unfortunately have to have surgery. My response to it is I've actually gone a very herbal approach, and I haven't taken any medication, and I've just been using a diet and an eating lifestyle to manage the symptoms. The symptoms can be pretty serious, lots of abdominal pains, possibly bleeding. You can go to the hospital right away. Mm-hmm. So that basically led me to a number of years traveling for business, going on that plane and feeling terrible when I got to my destination, where then you have to go to meetings, customers, trade shows, and then you're just like, this is crazy. I don't tell anybody. I was embarrassed to tell anybody about it. And so, after several years later, I actually did have to do a minor procedure, which kind of put me to bed rest. And then from there, I realized when I'm online, because I have nothing better to do, I'm like researching my disease. And I'm like, wow, there are so many communities and groups and organizations I've never heard about. So that's where my basically idea started, is that I need to help people be able to eat like what I think is helping to manage to cope with digestive issues and sensitivities. And so I put what I ate that suited me, which was more easier to digest foods like sweet potatoes, avocados, rice, more simple foods, into my favorite snack, which is cereal. Do you guys like eating grab and go like a cereal? Because it's like morning you can have it, nighttime you can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I took that idea, combined it with sweet potatoes. I used purple because purple has what's called anthocyanins. It's like a bioactive compound that helps prevent cancer cells from spreading, let alone anti-inflammation. It has all the vitamins. It's got like lots of vitamin A, which we all need. We're all on the computer these days. And so I took all of those things and kind of combined it into a solution where I can take my purple cup of cereal on the plane through TSA, and they won't take my milk from me. Usually you can't take liquids, but this is an oat milk powder. And so when I designed this 3 years ago, the goal was to find something that's easy on the stomach and easy on your bag. So basically there's a powder in there. You just have to add some water. We all carry our water bottles with us all the time. What's it going to be? Just to take a cup, add in your own cereal, your water, you add the cereal in, which looks like this. And ta-da, you can eat cereal basically anywhere, up on the mountain, on the plane, you name it.
Let me ask you a question. Was it, so Purpo, is that it's like a dehydrated type milk?
It's actually, yes. So it's like a powdered oat milk. And inside, why it's purple is because we added the purple sweet potato.
Okay.
But I've also added a prebiotic and also probiotic, 4 strains of probiotic into it.
And does it come with the cereal and the milk, or the cereal is a separate product that you've created?
No, it actually comes all in a pouch, like a silver pouch like this.
Okay.
So you have one for the milk, one for the powder. You get a spoon, which is that little spoon in there. And so you have everything you need for cereal.
Amazing.
And when you're finished eating, you just stick it all back in, you cover it with the little lid, and you're ready to just, find the next destination where you need to eat again. And so they're very convenient. And I really wanted it to make a big difference. It gets you the fiber. It has the purple, the antioxidants. And so this was my main reason for coming out with the company Beviva, which actually Beviva stands for my 3 kids' names put together as well.
Cute.
So that's how the kangaroo, as the parent or the traveler, carrying snacks in your pouch so you can keep snacking on the hop.
Oh, I love the whole thing behind your logo. Where are you located, by the way?
I am actually in Upland, and we're about an hour east of Los Angeles.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay. And you actually sell snack packets too, just of the cereal. You call it cereal, but I actually call it granola.
Granola, yes.
Without the milk. Yeah, that's the one that I get for my family.
Yes.
Because we're very much, and we tear it from the side and then eat it with a spoon. We just do it dry.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so it's delicious, and it tastes like coconut and so fragrant and super delicious.
So tell us about your product line. Like, how many products are you currently, what did you launch with? And then how many products do you have right now?
I launched with 1 product. So it took me some time. I actually make this product overseas in Taiwan. And I had to find a way to make it so that I'm not, worried about minimums, and I wanted someone that kind of understood what I was looking for. And I happened to find that supplier out in Taiwan. They have been like family with me and did a lot of work, but it took some time. I did do like a production test run and brought some to the US here so I could go to all the shows and test it. That actually was a good idea, because from that, I made huge improvements to the product. That led to like doctors telling me, and nutritionists, even just people. I actually was most concerned because I don't put much sugar in it, and I was like, oh no, people here are so used to sugary cereals and granolas, but everyone was accepting of it. So I took the dare.
So you have the Purpo. Yeah. You have the little packs of the cereal granola, and then any other products?
And then I also came out with chips. And the sweet potato chips was only because I was doing research in Taiwan and actually was able to have access to this amazing product. And while I typically don't want to spread myself across too many categories, this product, people just loved it so much that when they tried it, that I was like, I'm just going to bring it in and test it and see how it goes. So pretty much this is how it looks like. It's like purple chips. You've got yellow sweet potatoes, and then you have like your orange sweet potatoes. So they're very different because they're vacuum fried. And so if you taste them, you'll see that you don't have that oily taste. Vacuum fry means that we're baking or frying them below 100 degrees. Anything that's high would create this chemical called acrylamide. And so when we typically go out and buy a bag of chips and we're like, this is harmless, right? Actually,
doesn't it cause cancer?
Yeah, exactly.
Even toasting your bread, I think.
Learning about this.
Yeah. I think even toasting your bread
temperature.
Yeah, if your bread gets burnt, it starts to develop acrylamide. And so it's like,
when
you start to really think about all of it. You're like, oh my gosh.
I know. It's like, oh my gosh, have to balance it out with other good stuff, right?
So I wanted to jump into, go ahead, Minna.
I'm just curious. Do you have a food background?
Well, I actually had my previous to Beviva, I worked in a gluten-free plant, and I did a lot of the sales and marketing as well as the development work with our customers. We're doing like private label products. And so as much as I don't actually have like a huge food background, I've learned a lot in the past few years and just understanding the industry. Previously, I was serving the gluten-free industry. And so talking about it with retailers who have never heard what celiac disease was, going to their support groups and cooking a meal for them to try our product. Those are the little steps I think that really made a difference. And so when I stand out there on the trade show, I have to be able to speak the language. And now I'm carrying it over to my own business.
Yeah, you absolutely have a food background because not all of us would know anything.
Food and food marketing background, it sounds like.
Yeah.
But I did learn though, coming into my own business, I've been very curious and allowing myself to stop the day-to-day and really learn. And I think that has been the huge benefit is that I learned that there's so much out there, like learning about the two of you, being part of the multi-stream machine. I then have learned even more, like what kind of apps are there, what kind of strategies. And so all these things put together has made me be able to actually mentor other small businesses that are just starting up. And that gives me the most excitement, in fact.
Amazing. So you're a student in Multi-Stream Machine. And what would you say sort of from when you started or you signed up for Multi-Stream Machine to now was something that maybe you learned in the course that you implemented that kind of had an impact on your business?
Well, as a solo entrepreneur, I also have 3 kids, and managing everything always will be something you have to balance and work on. From the multi-stream machine, I was listening to the episodes and all the videos and digging into the resource document. And as I drive and I learn, I get so excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, I just discovered a way to track my CRM without having to get those apps that are not only are you paying for them, I'm not even fully utilizing them. Mm-hmm. I know the benefit and where it can go, but as a mom, always on the go, I'm not as diligent to be able to utilize all those functionalities. So I found a way to do it that has been fantastic, so much easier. Influencers too, how to work with them. I've been working a lot with them, and I've learned how to structure things and keeping things simple and to the point, how to present and come and show up, that and showing the back end and all those neat tricks. It also just has to do with listening to your stories and your episodes, other people sharing their stories. You just listen to one episode, you'll definitely pick up one thing from each episode that you can apply to your own business.
We hope to do the same with your episode for other people because everybody's story is different and everyone's path is different as well in entrepreneurship.
Absolutely.
So I want to talk a little bit about what you've talked about, that you've had to pivot, but these pivotings have led to discoveries of what you were doing before and what you were planning on doing to what you kind of shifted into, like what you've discovered based on what your customers have been telling you, what they've needed, and kind of how you were really able to adapt to that? Because a lot of times people aren't cued in with their customers. They either keep doing the same thing that they think they should be doing, or maybe they feel like one person tells them something, so they're going to flip the entire business on its head. Mm-hmm. So I think the pandemic kind of forced some changes in terms of plans that you had for your business. And then as that change was forced, what have you discovered in terms of your customers' needs?
The actual slogan for us is actually tummy-friendly snacks on the hop. Tummy-friendly meaning it's like gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, peanut-free, all that. And so you can tell from the word on the hop means you're on the go, but nobody's on the go right now. Everyone's at home. So I was starting to think like, what can I do for my customers and for anyone that, might love this product, but how do I get them to understand how I can help them? So I started to call customers. I started talking to them, asking questions about, not about my products, but just asking what situation, they're going through right now and what kind of things in the kitchen are they finding. And they said that their kids are nonstop eating. They're always in the cupboard looking for food, and the moms are trying to work. So they're at the desk and they're worried about their kids not eating well, but then they have to work. And then the moms also have to eat, and they don't want to get up and go because they'll get distracted. And so there's like a double problem here. It's like, one, the mom herself needs to eat. And then two, the kids are just eating on their own. And, you don't want them to come in and say, Mom, what can you make for me? So I started to use those stories and come together that I think we really need to help moms. I say moms, but parents, but, particularly I'm a mom and I can kind of really resonate with them a lot more. They need fast solutions to healthy snacks, and really need to understand the importance of what you eat, the quality in terms of being anti-inflammatory, because right now the leading reason for cancer in America is colon cancer, which is digestion. And so not just people with a digestive disease, but everybody needs to know that if your gut is actually well taken care of, it will lead to your mind actually functioning better. So you'll be more productive. You won't get as tired as, maybe as agitated if a day doesn't go your way, and even for kids. So always taking a step back and taking the kitchen and the snacking specifically as a project, and then just outlining, okay, what do you have in there right now? And what do you really want in there? Even if it's old stuff in there, take it all out and start from scratch and start building your pantry back up, even for the kids' sake and even for your little snack office.
So you're saying that your messaging and what you were trying to do was for, people on the go. And then you had to realize that parents were home, people were home, and they weren't on the go. So I think what we had talked about in the pre-call was that you changed the packaging size. That was one of the big things that you decided to you discovered that they didn't necessarily need the individual on the go packs, but that you did a bigger size.
Right. So I'm actually working on releasing that next month.
Okay.
And so I'm excited about that. One of the things is like the powder that's inside the purple cup in here is not currently a standalone item, but lots of people are making smoothies and acai bowls and oatmeal. In fact, my youngest daughter, all my kids eat oatmeal in the morning themselves, and she's been getting the milk powder every day to make her oatmeal because she says that she loves the color and also because it tastes nice. Right. So I'm looking at trying to apply all of those day-to-day lifestyles and then see how I can fit my products into them. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good I think my product is. The customer needs to feel that they need this product. I need to become an essential product. And sometimes you just have to give them the ideas. And so I've been doing recipe books. I've been showing different creations and how easy it is to make these sweet potato balls, where you just roll them up with sweet potatoes, and then you can roll them on the cereal, make them little bite size, and the kids can make it, or, slice a banana and then sprinkle the cereal on top, or the chips, dip it in your salsa. So offering ideas to help their children be able to snack by themselves is one of the ways that I've been trying to change my style a little bit.
I love that. Your solution has really changed for them because you discovered their needs have changed in a different area. It wasn't so much that their biggest problem wasn't that they needed something to eat on the go. Their biggest problem was actually they needed something to feed their children very easily that could be good for them and good for their children as well. So really tapping into over delivering that. So that is just fantastic that you've done that. And really, we've seen that in the pandemic where people are really discovering the needs of their customers. So do you feel more aligned with that? How do you feel about this pivot and switch of your messaging?
I actually find that it's a blessing in disguise. I didn't think that way because I was always about the traveler. So everything I did was always travel size, and every post that I put was always people traveling or at school or wherever that may be. And now I'm changing focus. Even like I have these packs that you can get, a variety of each, and I have different sizes. And so during the pandemic time, I switched it and I called it the home care pack. And I made it so that people knew that I understood what they needed and that they can order something like that as a home care. And so I changed the product to be with like a little blanket at the back. Locally would tell people about it. And then I also hit July came and it was summertime. So instead of people traveling now, which should have been my high season, I made it into a staycation pack. So I changed the name of the product on Shopify and it's now the staycation care pack. And then that way you can actually encourage the kids to do special things at home or even go on a hike. But it comes with a little backpack too. So you can just put in your products and just go on a hike.
Very
so
cute.
Cool.
So you leaned away from, yeah, no, I was just going to say, because it started with you as the independent traveler, the woman or the mom that was on the go, and you were sort of meeting your needs. And now you're realizing sort of this like greater need, and the mom tends to make a lot of the buying decisions. And so I think this pivot, like you said, blessing in disguise, because the whole family now is going to be into the product, right? And so then that causes you to buy more of it versus, when I'm on the go or like for the individual serving. So we are so excited to see how you continue to grow your business. You've been in our community for a while now, and we're just so honored to have you in here with us. So would you mind telling
I am too.
Yeah. Would you mind telling our listeners how they can share you, buy from you, follow you?
Yeah, so I would really love, because the community here are all entrepreneurs and self-leaders and really taking things a big step forward, taking leaps of faith, right? But as you said, you're not alone. You do things together, and it just makes me just so much more confident. And so anyone can reach out to me. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, all under Beviva Foods. I can also be reached by email, so Sylvia@bevivafoods.com. You can also order there. You can come directly to me if you need anything. We also, I also started a chat bot, which has been really instrumental because it's now like I can actually talk to people visiting the store. So that's helped and been used much more than before, which is awesome to know. But feel free to chat with me there. I'm there. I'll take the answer. I'll take the calls or the messages. And if you want to try that home care pack, I would love for anyone listening or watching to be able to use the code Product Boss, and you'll be able to get that same staycation at the deal before it just ended. So it's like a $40, and you get like a whole pack of the chips, the cereals, and you also get to try these little granola pouches that Minna is talking about.
Okay, so the code will be the Product Boss.
Or Product Boss.
Product Boss, yes.
The Product Boss. Perfect. We will put that in the show notes.
With I'm writing it down. That's why I'm like, need it for the show notes.
Oh, yeah.
The Product Boss or just Product Boss?
The Product Boss. I think that's what you guys are known most
That
for.
is what we're known. That is our business name, Minna.
Yes.
She originally
we'll
said
do it that way.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Yeah, thank you for supporting our community and feeding the product bosses out there. And we will thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Sylvia.
Thanks
everybody for showing up live with us.
Guess what, friends? So many of you have asked. So we are bringing back Rock Your Holiday Promotions Challenge this September.
6,000 product-based business owners signed up in August, planned and prepped their promotions for the holiday season, and loved it.
We had so many of you say that you have never been so prepared in the history of your business for Black Friday and the Cyber 5. It was epic.
Did you know Shopify reported Black Friday level online spending in Q2 of this year? In fact, so many of our students are breaking record selling online. This holiday season may be the best online purchasing season ever for your business.
This means you need to plan and prep for the holiday season now. That's why we're so excited to bring you our totally free 5-day Rock Your Holiday Promotions Challenge.
It's a free 5-day training where we will teach you how to plan and prep for the holiday sales so you are prepared to skyrocket your sales for this holiday season.
If you've already gone through the challenge and you want to join us again, do it. Join the party. We invite you to join us. It starts September 14th. So whether you're new or you've done it before, go to www.rockyourholidaypromotions.com and sign up now for free.